even if you are not eating rice, roti and bread, your body still can make sugar. That is through a process called gluconeogenesis. Gluconeogenesis means glucose, neo means new, and genesis means creation. That is creation of new glucose made by our body. Because at any point of our time, our body needs glucose to keep our vital organs functioning like brain, red blood cells and kidney. But sometimes our body don't have glucose. When does it doesn't have glucose, enough glucose in blood? This happens when we are fasting. So when you are fasting, there is absence of glucose released in blood. When you are in low carb or ketogenic diet, so if you are not eating carbs, which ultimately breaks into glucose in the blood, there will be absence of glucose in the blood. And after prolonged and intense exercise, so after prolonged and intense exercise, mainly glucose gets depleted from our body, because the main source of our strength training is glycogen. So if you are working out for 2 to 3 hours, your glycogen source will get depleted. In that scenario, body makes its own glucose through a process called gluconeogenesis. So but it doesn't make glucose from bread, rice or roti or any carbohydrates. It makes glucose from amino acids derived from proteins, sugar glycerol, that is derived from fat breakdown. We discussed about glycerol, which is breakdown from triglycerides in our earlier videos, and lactate released by muscles during intense workout. So your body is making glucose from amino acids, which is derived from protein breakdown, glycerol, which is derived from triglycerides breakdown, and lactate, which is released by muscles during intense workout. This process happens in liver. When you are during fasting or intermittent fasting, you have a very less window eating, low carb diet or ketogenic diet, or after a prolonged intense workout.